Hello, everybody. We're going to be on in just a moment. But hi, hello. Please let me know how everything sounds in the chat. I'm just making myself a last coffee. But I'll be on in just a second. But yeah, please let me know how everything sounds, if the music's too loud, too quiet, all that fun stuff. We're also currently voting on what to make. It looks like the vote might have been called by now, but I don't know. We still could change the Birb we're making. So go ahead and vote. There's a link at the top of the chat right now, and you can vote between making a flamingo, a crow, a duck, or a chicken, and we're gonna be customizing it based on your guys' suggestions and stuff. Of course. But yeah, go ahead and vote there. I'm gonna get finished making my coffee, and I'll be back in just a second, and we'll get hooking. All right, just finished making my coffee. One moment, guys. I just realized I need to set up the portrait live stream a little bit better. But just heads up, if you are watching on portrait mode, we are also live on in a landscape version as well. And so what you can do, if you want to, is you can switch over to the landscape version, which is where we're going to be doing all of our votes today. And I'm still trying to get it set up so that you can vote for stuff via the chat, so that you could vote from either one. But I don't really know how that works. Actually, if anybody in the chat right now knows how like Stream Elements or something works where we can get a chat bot that can help run our polls, that would be really helpful for me. But that's only if anybody knows how that would even work. I don't know, because I obviously don't, and I've been doing this for years. But who knows? Maybe someone out there, maybe someone watching right now knows how that stuff works better than I do. All right, we'll be on in just a moment. It looks like we're making a crow, but I will go and make certain that is what the vote has won. And we'll talk about that during the stream, of course. Wow, 810 votes. That's a lot. That's very cool. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what vibes you guys want to vote on. That's so exciting. By the way, hello everybody. I said that weird, but hello everybody in the chat. Hey Prisma. Hey Celia. Cooper and Zoe, thanks for being here. Timothy, my dude, how you doing? Love the dinos. Oh my gosh, we got so many newbies that I haven't seen. Oh, Cotty, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the first stream. Yes, Nutty Giraffe has a question about the Untangle system on the website. I will be more than happy to explain that during the stream for you, Nutty Giraffe. All right, well, I think I've done enough chit-chatting. What do you guys think? Think it's time to get hooking? I thinks, and therefore I'm yam. I thinks, therefore I'm yam. That's how it's. I'm pretty sure that's how it's said. 1 second. I just realized I want to get this set up in a specific way, so I can see all the chat at once. At once. Okay. I think we're good to go. Oh, wait, 1 moment. I just realized there's another setting thing that I want to do. Oh, there's so much to set up every time now. You'd think I'd be, like, ready to rock and roll super fast now because I've been doing this for so long. But no. There's all these things I end up forgetting about. This, that, and the other thing. Alright, I think that's probably pretty good. Wait. All right, team, ready to rock and roll? Hi, everybody. Hello, how are you? How was your day? How was your week? Hope you guys had a great week. It's been you know what? It has been a pretty eventful week for me. I've been working on a bunch of different projects all at once. As you guys know, we've talked about this before, but I have a pretty big project that I've been working on that I'm just about to talk about. But again, we won't be talking about it until I think the official launch or day that I'm going to talk about it is probably going to be the very end of April. So I got to kind of like hold my tongue a little bit, but I do have some cool projects that I'm excited to share and excited to talk about. And of course, today we're going to be making a cool project. We're going to be making some Birbs. Now, quick, before we get going, if you don't know what a Birb is, I'm excited. I'm so excited to share with you the Birbs. Now, there's quite a lot of lore of the Birbs that I haven't yet explained that we're going to get to someday in the future. But I will let you know that the lore of the Birbs is growing in a very big, cool way. But here's what a Birb is. Birbs are secret agents, and they disguise themselves as different kinds of birds. Now, what are they spying on? Well, we're not 100% certain about that just yet, but we do know that there must be some nefarious reasons for that. On top of their fun little mascottiness, they also have little magnets in their butts so that they can perch on things that are metal, which is just kind of a cute little fun addition to everything else. And then, of course, there's a bit of a stories process there, and then there's a whole bunch of different kinds of Birbs. But let's go ahead. Let's switch over and look at all of our beautiful Birbs and talk about the one that we're going to be making today. All right, here, we'll move this guy since he's kind of in the camera now. So here you can see quite a lot of Birbs. Now, if you are watching this on portrait mode, meaning vertical like this, then I suggest switching to the landscape version of the video because you'll see a lot more Birbs in that version. We have a whole bunch of Birbs that I've designed. All of them have that very special feature of being able to remove their little fake heads to show their real little Birbiness. And you can see quite a lot of different kinds of Birbs on the screen. Today, we are going to make one of these 4 Birbs. We're either going to make a duck. This here is Monsieur Quack, one of the ducks that we made during one of these live streams. So you can kind of see the vibe. He's even got a little beret on his little under hat too. Super cute. I love his eyebrows. So we're either going to make a duck or a chicken. The chicken's really cool because I actually also show how to turn these burbs into little egg dispensing units. You turn them into a finger puppet, and you can actually put an egg in their bums and then shoot it out. Watch how much this guy can shoot out. Ready? Pew! Oh my gosh, you couldn't even see it. It went faster than the frame rate. So yeah, anyhow, you can make your burbs pooping eggs. So we're voting between a duck, a chicken, a crow, and we've made a crow once during one of these who was Edgar Allan Crow, who I have somewhere, I don't know, he's hidden somewhere in here. The crows are really fun though, obviously, or raven, you know, it's a crow or a raven, something like that. Or a flamingo, which also, of course, is a burbie as well. But like I said, we have a whole bunch of additional burbs. There are, hold on, I gotta move these ones out of the way a little bit. There are hummingbirbs, we've got barn owl burbs, we've got seagull burbs, we got macaw-burbs. That almost sounds like one word, macaw-burbs. Macaw-burbs. And then some people's favorites, I know Tina in the chat today was talking about this burb. This is one of the favorites, would be long pigeon. Long pigeon, who is of course a burb that is always ready to party. I love how long his actual neck is. It's so silly. Anyhow, so those are the burbs. We can talk more about those throughout today's live stream. And today we're going to be making a burb based on what you vote for. Now the vote has pretty much decided. We are making, by half of the vote, and over 800 votes, a crow. We're making a crow burb. Oh, look, his little magnet grabbed onto whatever this is. We're making a crow burb. So now I need your guys' advice. What kind of crow are we making? Now, this is going to be based, again, on a vote. Now, I have 4 jobs that we want to give this crow, and that's how we're going to kind of customize this crow. Now, I'm open to discussing this throughout the live stream, so we might end up switching this if someone in the chat has, like, really great ideas. But my ideas are... we can make a detective crow. I think that would be really fun. You know, like a noir detective crow. A conspiracy theorist crow. I think that would be pretty funny. Maybe a conspiracy theorist crow. Like, you know, like caw. C-A-W. You get it. An aristocrat. An aristocrat. Maybe? I don't know. An aristocrat, you know, like a fancy crow. A crime boss. I thought a crime boss would be kind of funny, you know, running his own murder, something like that. So yeah, those are my 4 things that I was thinking. I was also interested, I'm also interested in other ideas if someone has a different idea. Now, of course, we're going to also be voting on names. We're going to be voting on different vibes like the eyes, maybe some color votes. But, you know, I think the main bit here is going to be our regular color crow. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, so everything else that I want to talk about. Let's talk about everything that you can. Let's grab some materials, talk about what materials you might want if you're going to crochet this crow along with us. And talk about all the additional ways that you can support this channel. And then maybe answer some questions as we get crocheting. Sound good? So feel free to bring your questions into the chat. My eyes are on the chat, so I can see it. But while you guys are talking there, let's talk about all the materials that you're going to need to crochet this crow along with me today. So the first thing is you're gonna need some yarn. Wow, surprise, surprise, you're gonna need some yarn. So we're gonna be using our special worsted weight Amigurumi cotton yarn in black today for the main color of our crow. Crow Schmo, and every man's crow. Dang, that's a really good one, Zoe. I knew I should have waited just a second to see what Zoe could suggest, because Zoe always has great suggestions. Reddit stories, how is life? We're doing great. Oh, you're the one from Zimbabwe. Hello. I was talking about you with my wife just the other day. I was like, there was someone from Zimbabwe. Anyhow, very cool. Welcome to the chat. So that's what you're gonna need for the main color. We're gonna be using our black. Hopefully it'll come up on camera really well, but we'll see. You're also gonna need a secondary gray. You can probably make the whole thing in black, but that'll be more like a raven than a crow, you know? But we're gonna be using gray for like the beak and the little feet today. You'll also need a little bit, you honestly don't even need that much, but just a little bit of white for the eyes is gonna go a long way there. Speaking of the eyes, we're gonna use safety eyes today. We'll probably be using 6mm safety eyes. This is my little bottle of eyes here, but I am open to suggestions if we want to change that eye size, especially if we make like a conspiracy theory crow. We're probably gonna want different size eyes, but I love using safety eyes. You can use bullion knots or French knots instead of safety eyes if you'd like to as well. You'll also need a crochet hook, of course. We're going to be using a size G 4mm crochet hook. It's my favorite hook to use with this kind of yarn. So you can use any kind of hook that works best with your yarn, of course. And then we'll need some scissors for cutting stuff, a darning needle for sewing in hard to reach stitches, and you probably will want, if you're anything like me, hold on. Oh man, hopefully I have some. Yes, I do. Cool. You probably are going to want some of these neodymium magnets. Now, you don't need to have these magnets included. Oh, yeah, there we go. They did not want to part ways with the rest of the magnets here. These are ultra super duper strong magnets. They're like crazy strong. We only need 3 of these mini ones. I use 12mm by 2mm magnets, and I usually use a stack of 3 of them for my projects. And this is going to be so that we can we'll stuff it with this at the very end so that our crow can perch on anything metal. Okay, so those are the materials that we're going to be using today. I'm going to put these magnets to the side for right now, so they don't get connected to anything they shouldn't. Okay, so those are all the materials you might need. You also probably will want some stuffing for, stuffing. 1 second, I need to get my fan on because I can tell it's gonna get warm in here. We're gonna get toasty. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's all the materials you need. Go ahead and grab your materials now. You'll, of course, will also need the pattern. You can find it right here at clubcrochet.com. Here, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pin something to the chat really quick so that you can get those patterns. Get the patterns here. And we'll just go like that. And we'll just put the regular browse link because I want to. Okay, so that's where you can get the crochet pattern if you'd like to. And yeah, materials, crochet pattern. All right, that's great. Go grab your materials. Go get that pattern up. I'm going to do the same as we talk about the different ways you can support this channel if you like what's going on here. So if you think that this is cool, which I hope you do, there are a few different ways you can support this channel. Now, the freest, easiest way is just by supporting by liking this video down below, subscribing to the channel, hitting that little bell icon so you don't miss it when we come out with new videos. We do videos like this. We do live streams like this every Friday. And I have a whole bunch of content that I'm working on right now. So there's gonna be a bunch of new patterns, new tutorials, and some really fun new events that are coming up. So please make sure to like and subscribe down below so you don't miss it when we come out with those. If you hit the little bell icon, it'll notify you when we come out with new videos or live streams and stuff like that. So go ahead and like and subscribe if you think what's going on here is really cool. If you want to support this channel monetarily, well, aren't you just the sweetest little thing? I do appreciate that. This channel is completely supported by its members and audience. So if you like what's happening here and you think, man, I hope this guy continues doing live streams or continues making patterns and stuff, well, you can help make that a reality by supporting this channel monetarily. There's a whole bunch of different ways to support. Probably the best way to support monetarily is with a Club Crochet membership. Members get early access to future patterns and access to an exclusive library of tutorials. I will talk about how memberships work in just a little bit, but you can get a membership for only $5.99 a month. Cancel it at any time. You can even get a free trial, see if it's something you're interested in. And we'll talk about how memberships work in a little bit because we actually had a question about the Untangle credit system, which I'm very excited to tell you about if you have not heard about it. Other ways you can support this channel, we have merch and kits in the shop. There's a whole bunch of different kits. We have giant deluxe kits that make a whole series of patterns. We've got single kits that make only a little bit of dinosaurs. I'm working on some new kits coming out soon. You can learn all about that at clubcrochet.com/shop, or just go to clubcrochet.com. You'll find it there. Members get discounts on the shop as well, so you get a little bit back on top of that. And then we got pins and stickers and stuff like that. The last way you can support this channel, if you really think what's happening here is cool, is you can tip. Now you can tip the live stream specifically so that I will know that your support, you like live streams specifically. And if you do that, we will add a little character into the background today, and you can name it. We'll talk about it, and it'll be on the stream throughout the live stream. If you want to tip today, there's a few different ways you can do it, but probably the easiest way is just to support with a super chat on YouTube. If you look in the chat, there's a little dollar icon. If you hit that, you can support for any amount of money. It goes a long way, absolutely, and we will place something on in the background for you to say thank you. You don't have to, of course, but if you can, that's really cool. Okay, well, I think that's everything I want to talk about as far as merch and ways to support this channel. I think that there, ooh, I'm liking where the vote is going here. So why don't we go ahead and get hooking. But it doesn't ship to, oh, I don't think, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think we do ship to Zimbabwe. To be completely honest with you, it is extraordinarily, it will cost like 4 times as much to ship it to Zimbabwe as the kit itself. So I'm sorry, but I can give you some suggestions for alternative yarns and kits if you are interested. Feel free to email me at Louie, L-O-U-I-E, at clubcrochet.com. That goes for everybody watching this stream right now. If you have any questions that I don't get through in today's stream, email me. I'm happy to help. Christina emailed me last week. I think I helped out a decent amount. They had questions about a new pattern. So feel free to reach out and I'd be happy to help. All right, I'm going to get hooking, and we're going to talk about how the Untangle credit system works on the website. So 1 second, now I got to get this set up. There we go. All right, and we're going to start by making the wings of our crow, but of course we got to take this off first. So it's going to make a beautiful noise here. This is the great thing about Club Crochet Yarn. Every time you take off one of these, what are these called? The belly bands is what they're called technically. Every time you take one off, it makes this wonderful sound. Ready? Wow, isn't that great? It happens every time. We built that into the system. Okay, maybe we didn't, but I'm going to say we did. So there's that. Stitched Fan, oh my gosh, Stitched Fan, thank you so much for the support. We already got a super chat. Super big thanks to Stitched Fan, and Stitched Fan is a big fan of Stitched. So I will leave it up to you, my dude. Do you want a Birb in the background, or would you like a Stitched character in the background? Either way, I am open to either option there, but let me know, Stitched Fan. I know it's really late for you too, so that's pretty cool that you're staying up late to hang out and crochet with us. Okay, well, while you are letting me know what kind of crochet you would like in the background, that you, of course, will be able to name, let's get hooking. All right, so we're making a crow. I love crows. I think crows are super duper cool. I actually always wanted to kind of befriend a crow. And so I feel like maybe the best way to befriend a crow is to make likenesses to their beautiful features. And we're gonna start by making a couple of wings here. Wing, 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 telephone. Oh wait, hold on, I just realized, whatever. I was gonna record the process of me making this, but you know what? We've already done that. Like every single pattern on the website, this is totally, there's a full video tutorial for this pattern, so if you want to actually follow along with the video tutorial, it's available on the pattern itself. So, yeah. Okay. Hercule Poi Crow? What does that mean? I like it, but I don't know what it means. Alright, Stitched Fan, the big old fan of Stitched, wants a Stitched character. Surprise, surprise, nobody. And I love that for you. Okay, 1 second. I am also a huge Stitched fan, so I'm excited to share it. Okay, let's grab a character. Let's see here. I know. I got a good one. This guy's a classic. This is my favorite stitched character, and you know what? It has some kind of crowy vibes to it, so it does make sense. It makes sense. I say it makes sense, so it makes sense. We're gonna add this guy to the background for you. This is Shank, the Goblin Assassin. He is my favorite. Don't tell the other goblins, but he's one of my favorite goblins ever. Shank is actually one of my D&D characters as well as a stitched character. And look, he's got his little needle here. I keep it open so that way I understand and I respect the danger that stitched, or that Shank here has. Ow! See, I just poked myself. I actually wrote a poem for Shank. It goes like this. This is Shank, the Goblin Assassin. He'll pocket your pick without even asking. He'll then try to pawn it to his old pal Thrash, who doesn't accept picks because Shank owes him cash. He'll take that pick to a castle to see what's to take and leave the pick there to frame you and make for a break. Okay, I messed it up a little bit, but kind of cute, right? What's cool about Shank too is his hat actually comes on and off too. Check it out. Or not his hat, his hood. So we can add him a little hood. Oh shoot, I told you you could name it. My bad. I guess you can give Shank a middle name if you want, but it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. If you want me to remember it, it's gotta be good. All right, so we'll give Shank his little hoodie there, and we'll have him in the background. Shank is actually coming in a new project that I'm working on, so you're gonna actually see a lot more from Shank and maybe even get some more lore about Shank soon. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Oh man, I messed up my little light box a little bit. Oh well. Okay, well let's keep on hooking on, and let's talk about how the Untangle credit system on the website works as requested by a viewer. So this is for you, Nutty Giraffe. So Nutty Giraffe wants to know, how does the Untangle system on the website work? So we recently launched a new system on the site for how you can get permanent access to patterns. And it's called the Untangle system. You use Untangle credits to get a series of patterns on the website, and you can have access to that pattern's PDFs or video tutorials, or PDF, video tutorials, or digital pattern for, ever. And they're okay. So basically, sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things at once, like read a crochet pattern and remember how to use my hands as I talk about a new system on the site. It's hard to do. Okay, so basically how it works is on Club Crochet, you can get a membership. There's a bunch of different ways to get these credits, but you can use these credits to untangle a pattern. Basically, on every pattern, there will be a button with this little icon. It looks like a little yarn ball with a little crochet hook in it. And if you click that icon and you have the credits to spend, you will it'll untangle that pattern and add it to your profile, and you'll have permanent access. You'll then be able to download the PDFs, access the video tutorials. You'll have permanent access forever on that account. And then obviously if you want to download the patterns and stuff, you'll also get permanent access to that pattern because you'll own it. And you can print it yourself and all the other fun stuff. The video tutorial link from the PDF will always take you to the video tutorial, so you don't need to have access to your account if you want to have the video tutorial too. So for those people that are like, well, what about the videos if I cancel or whatever? It honestly doesn't matter, because this account that you untangle something on, regardless of if you have a membership or not, you'll always have access to those patterns. So it is permanent. You always have that access. Untangle credits cost a different amount based on each pattern. Like some patterns will cost 1 Untangle credit, whereas some will cost like 3. And it kind of depends on how complicated the pattern is or how much time a pattern takes to make. It depends on the complexity, basically, to how much the Untangle credit cost is worth. There's a bunch of different ways to get Untangle credits. You can get Untangle credits from memberships. A pattern membership gives you 3 Untangle credits a month, I believe. Which will give you access to a series of patterns, either anywhere between like 3 patterns and 1 pattern, depending on how big of a pattern you want to get every month. And then, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's a bunch of other ways to get Untangle credits. In the future, we're going to have other additions to this, but the main way... Okay, see you later, Zoe. Tell your partner we say hi. The other ways you can get Untangle credits outside of memberships, you can of course purchase Untangle credits if you want to. They are available in bundle packs on the site. You also get Untangle credits for purchasing kits and for purchasing pattern bundles. So if you wanted to buy a seasonal pass for one of the seasons that we've done, so for example, we have a season of Woolly Woods, and if you purchase that whole season, you get it automatically untangles all the patterns from that season. I think it's like $30 for the bundle. And so it automatically will untangle all those patterns. And in addition to that, it'll give you 5 extra credits to use on any pattern on the web, on any patterns on the website. And then the last way you can get Untangle credits, at least for right now, again, we're going to be launching new ways to get Untangle credits soon, but is with the pattern punch card, which is probably, honestly, it's like the most exciting way to get credits. Basically, there's a system on the website called community submissions. On every single pattern on the website, there's a little button at the bottom of the pattern and in the we call it the pattern palette. It's like a little scrolling menu that's at the top. Either one, you can go to the little picture icon and hit community, and you could submit your own picture of your finished project. If you submit those pictures of those projects, they get approved via admins. And the admins are me and Cooper and our website developer, Jimmy. We usually take like a day or so to approve them. Every 5 photos that you get approved. Uh-oh, I just logged onto this, didn't I? Oh, okay, no, we're good. Every 5 patterns that you approve, you get an Untangle credit for. And you don't need Untangle credits to access all the patterns on the website. A lot of patterns on the website are already accessible. So you can actually go through the site right now and crochet some free patterns, upload community submission pictures of your finished project, and then you'll get some Untangle credits for free. So yeah, that's another great way to get credits. You also get credits back, of course. So like every time you untangle a pattern, you have the ability to upload a community submission and therefore add to your pattern punch card. So it's kind of like this self-fulfilling credit system. Yeah, and then obviously like you get to share your picture with people online. You can see all the community submissions online. You can either see them through the patterns themselves, or you can see them on the homepage. We have all those. We have all the pictures of everybody's community submissions. I tried to get those on the live stream, but something broke on the stream, so we haven't been able to figure that out yet. And honestly, I just haven't had the time to get it sorted, but that is definitely part of the plan. We want to put those community submissions really in for everybody to see if you want to see it. Actually, also to add on there, if you don't want it to be seen by the public, that is an option when you're submitting a picture. You can also just say like, I don't want this publicly viewable. That's totally available. So you don't have to, if like by submitting pictures, you don't have to get your pattern on the website if you don't feel comfortable with that. We just want to give people the option so that if they don't feel comfortable sharing pictures, that's totally fine, but they can still participate and get those Untangle credits for completing patterns. Okay, so I think that's basically everything when it comes to the credit system on the site. Like I said, we're working on kind of like filling that out even more. We're going to have new ways that you can get credits in the future. So like, for example, I want to have a system where if you join a certain amount of live streams, you get credits. I'm going to do one where we're going to have a little character on the website that if you find him on the site, and click him once a day, you'll be able to get credits. So yeah, we're kind of like trying to just some like fun ideas, and I'm always open to other ideas. So if anybody in the chat is like, oh, what if you did this to give credits out? Like, I'm totally open to those kind of ideas. Wow, I can't believe I'm crocheting a tail for a crow while I talk this all through. That's, you know, that's what you get. That's what you get for watching along with us. You get a professional doing professional things right here. That's what you get. Now, I'm sorry that I'm not going through the pattern today and explaining the how to crochet everything. The reason I don't do that on these live streams, I mean, sometimes I do it on live streams, but usually I don't, because we have a full video tutorial that's already available for the pattern. So that's the case here. I'm not going to go through all the tutorial here because we actually have a tutorial, but I have just finished up a tail and all the wings, so we can look at all those in just a sec. Let's go ahead and cut this off. Boom. And we got a tail. Tail as old as time. Beautiful. Look at that tail. All right, so we got our cute little tail here. That's gonna go on the little bumps. Then we got our little wings. Wing, 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 telephone. Here, I'll put them out like this for you so you can see kind of like how they're set up. So that's tail, there's a wing, and then here's the other wing. Boom. Da 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 da. It's wunderbar. No? Ooh, I like that. Yes, yes. Kaylin has a fun idea for credits. Getting credits for getting stuff related to the secret project. Yes, absolutely. There is going to be credits related to that secret project as well. Yeah, and there's actually going to be credits are going to be a huge part of the new project. So I won't talk too much about that because we'll be talking about that so much very soon. Oh man, I had something else. Oh yeah, I also want to create a way that you can like untangle patterns that are like secret patterns on the website. So my idea is like, oh, okay, I crochet this crow and then I get access to a secret crow pattern that's customized. So for example, like you crochet a regular goblin and you get the pattern for Shank here as an example. So that's something I want to kind of work on, but yeah. Sorry, I did not, Nicole, but thank you for asking again. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, this guy is going to be on screen for us watching over our crow. Yes, Nicole asks, what kind of wire do I use for my my flowers, and like what kind of strong wire do I use? I actually kind of use a bunch of different kinds of wire. It depends on what I'm making. The main one that I like the most is armature wire. So it's like a steel or aluminum, actually. I think it's aluminum. I have it. Hold on, I had it somewhere here. Oh, here it is. This is my favorite. Woohoo! I almost just dropped a bunch of toothpicks everywhere. Oh, actually, this is not my favorite, but this one is pretty good. It depends on the gauge. I would go buy like a spool like this from a Home Depot rather than a craft store. It's going to be much cheaper. You're going to get more wire and it's stronger wire. Yeah, but armature wire is probably the best one. I do like this one. It's just not as strong. Like it's pretty easily malleable. So what I usually do in situations like this is I'll take a long piece, I'll fold it together, and then I'll twist it together to make it extra strong. Now, if it's a pattern where I don't really need it to hold its own shape, you know, like I don't need the strength for it to like hold itself up, I'll just use pipe cleaners for that, and I'll fold those pipe cleaners in half and twist them together, and it makes it just a little bit, a little bit easier and more accessible and cheaper too to use pipe cleaners. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, Nicole. Let me know if you have any other questions. Oh, I'm so glad I answered your question as well, Nutty Giraffe. Let me know if you have any questions like about the logistics for Untangle credits too. I'm obviously very very happy to help. Yes, and for our friend from Zimbabwe wants to see my email written down. 1 second, I'll put it in the chat for you. There you go. I put it into the vertical chat if anybody is interested in my email and wants to reach out to me specifically. Yes. So Nicole asks about what about your rose or sunflower? What wire did I use for those ones? I used so in the kit actually comes with some wire there. I actually used, I think it's a coated wire. I think it is like an armature wire, like a what's it called? Like a strength. But the difference of that wire is that I got the opportunity to get it coated in a basically like in a rubbery kind of plastic, which was nice so that it didn't actually accidentally like puncture through the stitches as easily. So what you kind of want to find for that is you kind of want to find like electrical wiring is what that is. I don't know exactly the gauge or strength of it though, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm sorry. But I can look into it if you want to email me, and I could try to get you the information. Yeah. Okay, so by the way, I'm currently crocheting the beak. I'm on round 2 of the beak. I know we're kind of going a little fast, but the good thing here is it'll give us more time at the end to customize our crow. I'm not sure how we want to customize it. Obviously, it's going to be dependent on our vote. It looks like Detective might be winning, which I'm actually really excited about because I really like the idea of a noir detective crow. I just think that's very silly. That's totally in the Birb realm too. So that was my vote also. So I'm kind of excited that half of the votes are for that, but I'm totally comfortable if that ends up changing, obviously. All right. But yeah, we'll definitely need names for this and ways that we can customize it. So if we do have a detective crow, for example, how do we make this crow more detective-y? Like the first things that come to mind is a fedora. I mean, I feel like duh, right? It kind of has to have a fedora if it's going to be detective, especially like a noir detective. Other things, we could do like a tie. A tie would kind of work. Maybe I don't really want to add technically clothes, but maybe glasses. I don't know. I guess I don't really think of noir detectives as glasses wearer. I don't know. What do you guys think? How does the chat feel about that? Stitched fan just finished crocheting an ogre. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Very cool. What should they add to their ogre? Add whatever we add to this one. Oh, actually that's pretty good. Prismus is a pipe. What about like a cane? Like a fancy ogre with a cane. I made one time like that and it was really cool. Let's see. Is there another stitch after this or is it? No, it's just straight to slip stitch. Okay, cool. All right, so that'll be our beak made, and we're gonna just move on to feet after this. Oh my gosh, we're flying. Yeah. Boom. So this is the one Birb that does have like a little bit of sewing because you do have to sew this beak onto the face. But really, it's not that bad, to be completely honest. It's actually pretty low sew, I would say. But look how cute that little beak is, right? Look at that. Isn't that nice? Little beak. Cute. Okay, so we got our beak, we got our wings, we got our tails. Tail. Next we want to make, here, I'll put these a little bit more to the side. Next, we want to make our little feet. Let's add some feet. How's your week been, by the way? What have you been up to? Anybody been crocheting anything fun? Or, yeah, what have you guys made? What have you guys done? Anybody go on a fun adventure this week? Let us know. I have been working my little tutor off on my project, but honestly, it was kind of like my last big week of work for the main part of it. Now I get to work on the secondary part, which I'm very excited about. Kaylin knows what I'm talking about. Speaking of, if you want to learn what I'm talking about, check your email next week, because I'm going to be reaching out to more people to test out the game portion of the project that I'm working on. So I'm going to be looking for feedback there very, 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 very soon. There's a whole new draft, a whole new version of the thing that I've been working on that I'm excited to get feedback on. Ooh, oh, hey, Sophia. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. But I'm not even going to 3D print it. I'm going to make it on I think a magnifying glass is the perfect addition, Sophia. Great suggestion. And I actually know how to make that using wire and glue. So we're going to make one on today's stream. That's a great, really, really perfect suggestion. All right, so now we got our feet already made. Look at that. Look how quick we are. We got our little feet. And I usually like to pinch these feet to make them look more like a 3. Look at those. Aren't those cute? Oh my gosh. Dude, Stitch Fan, I hope you're okay. Stitch Fan says that this week he fell tripping on a ball in a very comedic story. Well, that's hilarious. Well, I'm glad you're okay. And I'm glad you're able to laugh it off. That's really important, especially when you accidentally hurt yourself. I'm going to make a Birb beak now, by the way. So in these Birbs, there are 2 different like beaks and 2 different faces, because you have, you know, the face on the little mascot head that you make on the outside, and then you have your little tiny beak that you make for the inside face. So that's what we just made right here. And there we go. Look at that little bird beak. Isn't that cute? Super cute. Super cute. All right, so we got feet, we got wings, we got tails, we got bird beaks, we've got the... What else do we even need? Feet, bird beak, head. Next up, we're working on the head. Okay, easy. That's easy. We can do that. I could do that. I might want to do eyelids, because on this Birb here, we did eyelids, and it did kind of pay off, right? I think it looks very, I don't know. It looks very, this could be a detective's eyes. What do you guys think? You know, maybe we put this up for a vote. What do you guys think about eyelids? I mean, I think like making it look kind of tired and like, what's the word for this? Like bored? Not bored, but like, yeah, I feel like tired is the best way to explain that look in the eyes there. Let's go ahead and put it to a vote, because I'm pretty sure Detective won by half with 42 votes. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So we're making a detective. Okay, so let's do another poll. Do we add eyelids? Simple yes or no. Do we add eyelids? I don't know. It's up to you guys. I am open to either option. In the bathtub. Let's get crocheting on the head. Boom. Oops, we got our yarn tangled. We might need this gray yarn for the eyelids though, so I'm not gonna toss it to the side just yet and say we're done with it. Chicken egg attack. That's so funny. Wait. It also spins when it lands. Hold on. Ready? We're playing oh, you two have to kiss. Just kidding. All right. Just kidding. You don't have to unless you want to. Unless you want to. Again, if you haven't yet, please like this video down below. Both the horizontal and vertical one. The more people that like this video, the more YouTube suggests our live streams to, you know, strangers and stuff. So give this video a like, and yeah, it'll help support the channel in the littlest way, and it's totally free to do. Boom, 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 boom. Alana or Elena? I think it's Alana, but I don't know. And Crow Seed. Oh my gosh, Crow Seed. We're making a crow right now. That's crazy. That's crowsy. You've made the baby brontosaurus today? That's so cool, dude. I just made a baby brontosaurus yesterday. Wow, that's funny. Oh, what'd you name it? What colors was it? That's so cool. And then same to you, Alana. Alana said they crocheted an elephant, a pig, and Simon the Sloth. I love that. Oh my gosh. I love Simon. I was just looking through the Simon pattern, not last weekend, but the weekend before, for reasons that you will know soon. I don't know where that came from. All right, just about done with row 2 or round 2 of the crow head. Yeah, I'm thinking eyelids probably is the best move, but I am super into whatever you guys think. I'm not voting on today's votes, by the way. It is fully up to the chat, because I don't have my iPad ran out of batteries, so I have no way to vote. That's all right. That's all right. I'm all right with that. Bum 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 bum. I could have done the Yoshi voice. Spring! Ha! Blah. All right. I think that's the end of row 3 for our Birb's head. Let me pull up the pattern again so I make sure that I'm not wrong. Yep, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I love the idea of a magnifying glass. I feel like a magnifying glass and hat are pretty much a necessity. I don't know, is there a better hat to do? Anybody have any suggestions for hats? Because, I mean, I think a fedora feels like a duh, you know? But are there any other hats that a noir detective might wear? I don't think so. Maybe... I don't know. Stitched Fan, great question. What type of wool do I use to make grass? Wool meaning like the British version of wool, so I think you just mean yarn in general, because I actually don't use wool. I use, it depends on the grass that I'm making, but for my like large pad of grass, that's like this. Pull it out for you. This one, like this big forest greeny kind of grass here. This is made with Lion Brand's what's it called? Oh man, I can't remember the name of it is. Dang, I can't remember the name of it. But it's the reason why I like it is because well, 2 reasons. One, because it's not too fuzzy, which I think is actually pretty important for your grass, is you don't want it to be too fuzzy, because then the grass just looks really fuzzy, and then it almost looks just like fuzz instead of grass. And then 2 is variegated. You want to have like yarn that have different colors in it, so it looks like different, like the grass is kind of like moving a little bit, and which this yarn kind of has a bit of a variegated look, but it still had that green in it. But you can use really any kind of yarn you want. I would maybe suggest using that cotton that you've been using for like the troll that you made recently. But even like club crochet yarn makes good grass too. Something with something that's not as fuzzy, I think, is what you want to go for. All right, we're working on the eyes now of our crow. And we won't add our eyelids and stuff until later. So this is just really to get the eyes themselves made. And then we can customize them later when we start adding our face. So just so you know. That's pretty good. Go one stitch here. Yeah. And we'll just have to like be careful on where the eye placement is. I'm just gonna leave that floating. I believe the next eye is like right, I think it's 3 after. Maybe it's more actually on this pattern. 5, okay, 5 after. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's been a second. I mean, I've only really made like 4 of these crows in my time, so I feel like yeah, it's like coming back to a pattern after years going, how do I make this thing? Which is always kind of fun. It's always kind of fun. There we go. Boom. And the eyes have it. We're going to leave this a little longer just so I have something to pull if it gets loosened a little bit. You see, the eyes are kind of far away from each other, but once we have a beak in the center, it really, like, it fills it in more, you know? A surfboard and a sun hat on to be like undercover. Interesting. Interesting. Heartland, thank you. Rita Payton, that is exactly the yarn. It's called a Heartland yarn. For you, Stitch fan. By the way, Stitch fan, is that what you're comfortable being called? Or do you want me to call you by your name? I don't think I know your actual name. Which is fine. Like, if you don't feel comfortable sharing that, that's totally okay. All right, so I think I just have like a bunch of rounds of single crochets here. Yeah. We're cruising though. Oh, that's an interesting hat choice. Who said that? Kaylin? A deerstalker hat. That's an interesting choice. Like an actual detective hat. Like Sherlock Holmes. We could totally work with that. Okay, I think maybe that maybe we do a vote. We can do like a deerstalker hat, we could do a fedora, we could do a bowler cap, or maybe a third option if anybody has any good ideas. I mean a fourth option rather, if anybody has any good ideas. Good night from Zimbabwe. How do you say good night or how do you say hello for the next time I see you? Reddit stories. Or what would you like me to call you by? Oh, they said a flat hat. Is there a difference between yarn and wool? I mean, in America, yes. Yarn is just like anything that's like this. This is yarn, but this is not wool because it's made out of cotton. Whereas in the UK, I think they just call yarn wool in general. So if you hear someone say like, what kind of wool are you using? They mean like, what kind of yarn are you using? Is it wool? It could be. I'm using wool that is wool. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Let me know in the chat if you're from England if I'm wrong about that. Hello, you want to say hello? Jules is coming to say hi.
Hello.
Come say hello.
Hello.
Do you want me to switch it? Here, I'll switch it so you can see your beautiful face. Ready? Wow.
Hi! Look at this setup. It's so good. Look at this. How's the crow?
Going well. We're making a detective. We're choosing hats next. So we're also choosing if we want to give it eyelids or not. It looks like
isn't there just one hat a detective wears?
No, because you could do. So someone brought up a good point. You could do a deer. What do they call it? A deer stalker hat. Mm-hmm. You know, like
with the flaps.
Mm-hmm. A fedora.
Fair.
That's the one I was thinking was fedora.
Oh, I was thinking the flap beat one.
Interesting. Or a A bowler cap would be kind of cute.
Like, but that could be like a mobster.
That's I was thinking that too. And then
And it might just blend in with the black of the crow. Because aren't those black?
I would do it brown probably with like a black stripe or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is there any other?
No, I only thought of the flapper. What color would you do fedora? Gray?
Probably brown.
Mm.
Probably like this, and then do like a small-ish fedora on him.
Well, I know what my vote is.
Deerstalker? Okay, well, get in the chat.
Wow. Wow, real life isn't good enough for you.
Well, I can't control the vote.
Hi, everybody. Hello. I know, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been a second.
My hair's so long. This is crazy.
I know, it's getting so long.
We need to cut that out.
Yeah, last night I fell asleep on it, and then I felt you, like, pull it out from under me.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
Jimbo falls asleep on it all the time. You're not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make food.
Okay.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't know. What do you think of making?
I don't know. We'll figure out what we got.
I'm down for anything. Anything and everything.
Okay.
As long as there's no vegetables in it.
Bye, everybody.
That was a nice surprise. Yes. Okay, so I have that right. All wool is yarn, but not all yarn is wool. That would be it. Wow, we basically have like no viewers in the vertical version. Maybe. Oh, definitely magnifying glass, Nutty Giraffe. Maybe the algorithm stopped caring about it being a vertical live streams. I don't know. How many rows am I supposed to do? Rounds. How many rounds? 5 rounds. And it looks like we are going with a yes for the eyelids, which is great. I like that. So we'll go ahead and add the face. I'm going to add the face after this round. I normally add it at the very end, like of making the head here, but it'll be a little easier to add the eyes and stuff if I just do it right now. So we'll switch over to making the face now. And I think let's start by actually sewing on the beak, because I think that'll help us, like getting the beak on first, then the eyes won't get in our way, So we're going to go ahead and sew this beak right in the middle of the face right there to start us off. Yeah, I definitely think magnifying glass is the way to go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the very center of the face. So I'll sew the middle part on there. And on the other side, start thinking about good names for a detective too, if you're in the chat. We're definitely going to need some good name suggestions. Okay, so we have 8 stitches to work with here that need to go around this stitch. So we got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, I think this will work. Or I might need to do... Let's see, what did I do with this one? We did 1, 2, 3, and then up, okay. So 1, 2, 3, and then up would make us angled in a weird way. Hold on, let's redo that. Starting right here. Da 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 da. All right, I fixed it. Boom. Yeah. Alright, I think that's pretty good. By the way, next week we're going to be doing Crochet Eye. I like that. Next week, by the way, let's go ahead and this poll. We are going to be doing a pretty cool live stream. I'm very excited about it. So there's been a couple of things. First off is it's Earth Day. So next Friday is Earth Day, so we're going to be doing an Earth Day fundraiser. So all the proceeds from next week's live stream are going to be going towards the World Wildlife Fund. We're going to try to make as much money as we can to help protect our natural planet. So that should be exciting. Let's hold on one second. Yes. Okay. So we want to go. Let's see, 1, 2, and then we're going to go up to here. Ooh, that's not too far. Oh, that is too far. I was supposed to go over to that one. Wait, hold on. Oh, I went over too far on this side. Hold on, I gotta undo this. Okay, so that's the first thing, is that next week we're going to be doing a fundraiser for the World Wildlife Fund. And then the other cool thing about next week is that what we're going to be crocheting is going to be a new Bonimal. We're going to be crocheting Bonimals, and specifically, we're going to be designing a Bonimal together. I'm very excited. We're going to be designing a fox. And the reason we're going to be designing a fox specifically is because we're not only doing a live fundraiser for the World Wildlife Fund, but we're also going to be doing a live stream for my friend's new book. My friend is coming out with her first novel. She's actually a big friend of the channel. One second. Actually, you know what? Let me go get the copy of it. She gave me an advanced reading copy so I can show you guys. One sec. I'll be right back. There we go. Got it. Hopefully I'm allowed to share this. I think I am. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to share this. So my friend and friend of the channel, she's actually the one that answers all of your emails if you email the contact email, is coming out with her first book. Her name is Heather, and she's coming out with this first book called We Became Wild. It's coming out in May. And so next week what we're going to be doing is we're going to be crocheting one of the critters from this book, which is a little fox. So I've been reading this all this week. It's very cute. This is Heather right there. Look at it. Oh, she's so cute. So it's very exciting. So we're going to be talking about this a lot next week as well, and crocheting a new little fox for it. So yes, that's very exciting. And it's a really cool book. It's definitely like a teen, what's it called? I guess like a teen drama kind of thing. But it's not for like young kids. That's for sure. There's teenage topics in it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, we are doing fine as far as sewing this beak on here. But it is very exciting. If you want to check it out, again, it's called We Will Become Wild. And it is currently up for pre-order. So if you're looking to pre-order a new book and you're looking for a new novel, go check it out. And tell her we say hi. Tell her here at Club Crochet says, you got this, congratulations. So it is really, really exciting for her. First book, big deal for her, especially for a novel. So yeah, very exciting. Can I please explain where to attach the mini picot in the tail? Where to attach the MP in the tail? You don't have to attach anything in the tail, Patricia. Let me see if I can help you with that. Oh my gosh, Crowley is a perfect name. Wow, that's a really good name, Prisma. I'm going to remember that one, Crowley, for when we do the vote. That's a really good suggestion. Who said that? Your husband? Husband's a genius. Uh-oh, you're married to a genius. That's a really good idea. I love that. Okay, so what was the question again? Can I please explain where to attach the MP in the tail? So you don't actually have to attach it. MP stands for mini picot, which is just simply means to chain 2 and skip the first chain and slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. That's it. So you don't actually have to attach anything when it comes to that, Patricia. But I don't know, maybe I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe there's some confusion here. Your husband says thank you. I love that. He knows it. He doesn't need people telling him he's a genius. He knows he's a genius. Mad scientist, probably. Hey, look at that beak. Does that look like perfect? Perfect. It's beacon perfect. I don't know what you mean, Tina. I don't know what that meant. Crolumbo, like Columbo. Crowjack. Crowjack's actually pretty dang good too. Dang, Crowjack is really good. So wait, hold on. Let me write these down. It's Crowjack and Crowley are like top tier name suggestions. Where did I put my? There it is. This is not supposed to leave this room. All right. Crow name suggestions. Okay, Crowley is genius. Crow. Or is it Crawley? Cawley? No, Crowley. I think Crowley makes sense. Crow. How do I spell that? Crowley with just an L-E. Okay, so let me read that down again. Crow. L-E-Y. Crowley. And then the other one was Crowjack. That's genius. After Bojack. Who's a detective, right? Crowjack is like a detective. Or Bojack is like a detective in like a show from the like 80s, I think. 70s? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Yes, exactly, Patricia. You finish the triple crochet and then you make a mini picot. And then you're going to make more mini picots after that. So whenever you see MP, Patricia, it means chain 2, slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. You got it. You totally got it. Edgar Allan Crow. We actually already have an Edgar Allan Crow. But I love it. David Crowe. Hold on. Oh, like David Bowie. That's funny. I'll show you. I don't know where his body is. Okay, I'm not sure where this crow's body is. So let me do. Hold on, I can. We'll add it to this crow's body just so you can see it all together. But this is Edgar Allan Crow. The crow's body is also kind of like it's got white in it, so it looks like a little bit different. And then if you take the head off of the other body, wherever it is, it also looks like Edgar Allan Poe. Oops, I needed that body. There we go. Okay, back to it. Well, there you go, Prisma. Sounds like your husband is absolutely a genius if he's the one that bought you your first crochet kit from Club Crochet. Okay, let's see. Crolumbo. Let's add that. Crolumbo. That's after, hold on, I do know that. Columbo, right? And Columbo's also a detective? Why do all these detective names work so perfect? Yes, Crowjack. It was Crowjack. Okay. Oh my gosh, my dad will actually love that. He's a fan of Crowjack. So, or Kojak. Crowjack actually is, that's going to probably get my vote because that just feels like a genius name. What's Kojak's first name? Or that can't be his first name, right? It's something Crowjack. I don't know, Timothy. You're gonna have to remind me. All right, Raven Crochet. Thanks for joining for a second. I hope you have a great day. Make sure to give this video a like before you head out. All right, let's go ahead and add these eyes. Oh, whoa! Look at this. I got a weird deformed eye. Whoa. That's cool. I don't know what to use that for, but I like it. I'm going to put that in my, like, special eyes. My special eyes! That's cool. We could use that for some kind of, like, I don't know, for something. Alright. So, eyes. I think I like the way I made the eyes for this one, but I think I want to add an extra eyelid at the bottom. Because you guys voted on eyelids. So, I think the eyes, the way the eyes are placed and the size of the eyes, I think is perfect. So, we're just going to do that. Do that same thing, which is going to be right here for one eye. Ooh. Fitzroy! Hello, welcome to the chat. I'm going to go right here. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Boom. And there is our first eye location. I think that's kind of perfect, especially when you have an eyelid on top of it. Yeah, that's a good spot. All right, let's make sure the other one's in place before I lock it in, which is going to be right here. Ooh, a little bit tougher to get in that. There we go. Like this. Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty dang good placement right there. Easy. Looks a little crazy right now, but I think it's kind of perfect. Oh, Alana, thank you for asking. No, I didn't. Oh, his name is Theo. Theo Crochet. Theo Crow. I kind of like it. Okay. I did not share how the bunny hiding went, but it did go very well. Yes, it went very well. So what I basically did for the bunny hiding, this was a couple weeks ago now. But we made bunnies on the live stream. If you weren't here, we made a bunch of different little bunnies and we hid them all over the house. Now, I didn't hide them all. I had a bunch of kids hide them, which, you know, perfect, right? And I gave them all the warning. I was like, listen, my mom is very, very good at finding these. You need to hide them really well. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Is it 4? 1, 2. Yeah, we're gonna do 4. So I gave them the heads up that my mom is very good at finding these bunnies, so you need to hide them really well. And this was at my brother's wedding, a couple of weeks, or like the Saturday before Easter, at my parents' house, and so these kids go and hide them. Hold on, now I need to look if this needs to have a chain or not. I don't think it does. And I give them the warning, you know, hide them really well. And my mom's not watching, so I can tell you where some of these were hidden that she has still not found. It was a very good time. I don't know where half of them are, to be fair. Like, they hid them and I told them, like, don't even tell me where they're at and just hide them and I'll find them later. Or, like, you know, yeah. And so some of them are hidden, then I don't even know where they are, but a couple of them are hidden so well. My niece, Kara, hid one of the bunnies in a pillow. She opened up a pillow and hid it in there and then closed up the pillow. My mom will never find that one. It's genius. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Another one, my nephew, Landon, hid them in the kitchen. He like threw them up. He threw one of the bunnies up on a like basically on top of the, there's like shelves on top of the kitchen, and he threw them up on top of the shelves. Genius. The only way you'd ever be able to find them is with a ladder. He's such a little evil genius. I loved it. So highly, yeah, it went very well. Let's just go with that. Grant. Do you want to name it Grant, Madeline? I like that. Hello, Fitzroy, by the way. Okay, let's see if we can add these eyelids on. So they're basically just 4 single crochets into a magic loop for people that are curious of like, how do I make eyelids? And then what I do is I I start by threading the, you know, there's going to be 2 tail ends from that. And I start by threading the inside tail end first from the center. And then I'll take this inside tail end, put it at the very top of the eye, and pull that in. Like this. Boop. And then we'll use these other 2 ends to sew this over the eye like that. So we'll thread this end on. This can be a little finicky though. You have to be like very delicate with this to get it exactly where you want it to be. So we're gonna go one side because we want to make sure it's over the eye. So one side's gonna go right here. Like that. And then the other side, we're gonna come up from the other side of the eye, like right, really I want it right there. So if I can get that from the outside in, or sorry, inside out, like that. Okay. And then we're gonna go around these 2 stitches into the body. This. And we do want to make sure it's over the eye, not under it. So now I'm starting to think maybe I should have made these a little bit smaller because they are kind of big, huh? Maybe not. And we're going to try doing this on the other side. If this doesn't work, I'll cut this off and we'll make it again. I'm a little afraid that maybe I made these eyelids bigger than the eye. It could be a problem. Let's find out. Hopefully, we want to avoid making him look angry. We don't want him to look angry. We want him to look like, I'm too old for this shit. That's what we want him to look like. That's pretty good. I mean, he looks a little bit grumpy, maybe. But you know what's gonna help that? Actually, no, he looks. Actually, that's kind of perfect. Yeah, I think that's kind of perfect. You know what we're gonna do though? We're gonna take this tail end, and we're gonna do one more part. We're gonna add an under eyelid, which will definitely sell the "I'm so tired" vibes. So we're going through here. We'll go a few stitches over. So it looks like we kind of pulled some of the wrong stuff through. There we go. Like that. Like this. And we'll make sure this is on the under part. Like that. Nice. Oh my gosh, he looks like he needs a coffee and a whatever, a crow cigarette. Right? That's kind of perfect. Especially once we had a hat on him. I think that's pretty good. Hey, congratulations, Patricia. I'm glad you made the tail. Thank you for asking questions, by the way. I really appreciate you being here, Patricia, and like actually crocheting along with us. What if we gave the crow a shopping cart and called it Kroger? I like it. Kroger. Or what if we named him Connor? No, that's maybe a little too on the nose. On the crow's. On the crow's toes. For shows. All right, let's add another eyelid here. See what we can do. A rookie detective. Rooks are a kind of crow? Oh my gosh, you're a genius, Crow Seed. Watching from Nebraska, welcome from Nebraska. I think Grant does go with Crojack. Grant Crojack? It's not bad. I was actually literally yesterday thinking of naming a character Grant that I've been working on. So it's funny you say that. My cousin's name is Grant. So shout out to my cousin Grant, who I'm actually supposed to get lunch with next week, which would be nice. My little cousin. I pretty much only have little cousins. I have two. So my mom is an identical twin. For those out there wondering about the lore of Louis, the Louis lore. Look at that, Louis lore. I like that. So my mom is an... Oh, wait, we want this higher up, like right there. That's where we want it to come out of. One sec. There we go. So my mom's an identical twin. So I have an aunt named Judy, and my mom's name is Mary. And my aunt had 2 kids. My mom had me and my brother, so they both have 2 kids. And we were pretty much we were raised together, essentially. So it was kind of like I had like 3 siblings. But 2 of them were technically cousins. And I say technically because actually, technically speaking, we share half of the same DNA. Isn't that crazy to think about? So technically, like biologically, they're actually my half siblings. Isn't that weird? Now, you would totally know that if you met my cousin Sarah. You'd be like, oh wow, you look and talk and act very similar to Louis. Because we do. We have very similar thoughts and mindsets and everything. And we actually lived together for a while in San Francisco too. And so I was the oldest of the 4 of us. And then I also have 2 other cousins. My mom's got 2 other brothers, Anthony and Sam. And my Uncle Sam had kids, so I have cousins on that side too. But they all lived in San Diego, so we actually ended up not seeing them as much. Whereas my other cousins, Sarah and Grant, I saw literally like every single day. Yeah, and we still talk and hang out all the time. So that's a little bit of Louis lore for you. Is the crow detective? You bet your bippy, bruh. Yeah, we're making a crow detective. Murder, comma, she wrote. I like that. Will I be doing this tomorrow? I will not be. We will be live. We're usually live on Fridays. So we'll be live again next Friday. And then after that, we're going to start to like change our times a little bit to just give more people the opportunity to watch these live streams. But we will not be live tomorrow. Okay, does that look... He maybe looks a little too tired. Let's see if I can kind of like fix this eye a little bit, bring it down a little bit. Wake him up. Wake up! I want to. There we go. What do we think? He also definitely needs a toothpick, right? Like a single toothpick coming out. I think that's a for sure. Thanks for asking in both spots, Fitzroy. I appreciate you. I can see them both, but I appreciate you, joining both of the chats at the same time. That's pretty cool of you. Hey, again, if you haven't yet, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell icon so you don't miss it when we come out with new videos like this. And let's get hooking on the rest of the head. Now that we've got their face made, it's probably going to be like one of the harder parts is making the face. And he's looking pretty good. I mean, obviously we're going to need a hat and stuff still, but for now, I think we're good. I think we can start working on, like, finish this head up and start working on our body. And then we'll add our, like, additions of the hat and a magnifying glass and and anything else. Like if we want to add a tie or anything like that, we'll add that at the very end, after making the rest of his body. So we just basically so we have something to work it around. Yeah, good questions. Ooh, that was a good neck crack. Oh, that was a wild neck crack. Dude, so I've been working on a project that I also probably should kind of keep it a secret, but I can give you the gist, or like because you guys are in the inner loop. Welcome to the inner loop by joining these, by joining the live streams here. I have been working on another project. I'm working on so many at once right now. let's see. Let me just count in my head. We've got the 2 big projects that are coming in a second, like in a week or 2. Like we're announcing them in a couple weeks. And then there's a 3rd big project that we're working on for Club Crochet, and then a 4th big project that I'm working on with a bunch of friends. And then we've got like 3 or 4 kits that we're working on, like 7 to 8 projects right now for Club Crochet. So there's quite a lot being developed on the behind the scenes, if you will. If we name him Crojack, he'll need a lollipop. Did Crojack always have a lollipop? I love that. I love the Kojak lore coming in hot here. Hello, Crochet Tar. Oh, sorry, Crochet Art. Crochet Tar. Crochet Tar. That sounds like a villain of Godzilla. Okay. Chain 1, slip stitch 1. Got it. I can remember things. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yes. One of the projects that I was working on, I worked on it this weekend. I did a jam with a couple of friends. Because it's going to be a long time till I'm ready to officially announce what this is and like show it off and stuff. But because you guys are in the inner loop, I'll tell you. I'm working on a video game. Just a little one. I don't know if it'll ever come out. I hope it will. But yes, I've been working behind the scenes every now and then on a bit of honestly, kind of a couple of video games. And then a bunch of other things also. So that's been very exciting. I built this crazy contraption last week out of Legos so that I could like capture the sprites in the right way, because it's all going to be stop motion. And it was wild. It's like kind of dangerous. It's got like needles all over it and stuff, and it spins. It's crazy. But anyhow, it's been a very fun project. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. And this weekend we did like a really big push for it, and I made a bunch of progress from my end. And so I'm really excited. The art's looking really, really cool. Yeah. I'll keep like the gist kind of a secret, but I just want to let you guys know that we're working on a bunch of different stuff all at once. The other projects I will share soon, like the 2 gigantic projects for this year, I'm going to share in a couple of weeks. But then after, I have some other ones that we'll share later this year as well. It's going to be a big year for Club Crochet. Let's just say that. Let's just go with that. Big year for the site. And I'm excited to have you as part of it. There we go. All right. So there's our head crocheted with our so tired. He looks so tired. Especially this eye. This eye specifically looks like he's barely keeping it open. He's like, oh boy, here we are again. The dame walked into my office. She says, ah! All right, let's keep going. We are on the Birb body. That's what we were making next. Making bacon. Making chicken bacon. Bacon pancakes. Making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and you put it in a pancake. Making pancakes. Making bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes. Ooh, a coffee's not a bad idea for him, Prisma. I like it. I don't know if it'll work with everything else he's gonna, because he's gonna be holding a magnifying glass for sure. So we got a magnifying glass, maybe a tie. Probably we'll vote on the tie. Definitely like a toothpick or lollipop coming out of the mouth. And oh, dude, Cameron! Oh, Cameron, thank you. Cameron just tipped again. Cameron, you rock. And by the way, nice to officially meet you, Cameron. I will do my best to remember that. Cameron. You could be the name of this crow. Thank you so much for the support, Cameron. Let's put another character out for you real quick before you go to bed. Hold on, I have a whole pile up. Here, we'll add. Oh, this is actually no wait, this one. Yes. This is a classic in the Stitched universe. By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I keep talking about Stitched, it is a one of my games that I've built where you help a goblin army defeat each other. It's kind of like Warhammer meets like the Muppets a little bit. It's very cool. You can find all the rules at stitchedthegame.com if you're interested. But here's a little character that's one of my favorites from it. He's missing his. He normally has like a thing here, and this actually comes off. So he's a troll, but he's a blind troll, and he's a priest of a town called Mogsby. He's actually the leader of a town called Mogsby, and his name is Porgal. His name is Porgal the Mind. So this is Porgal the Mind. Thank you, Stitch fan, for the support. I know you're a fan of Stitch, so we'll add this little Stitched character to the background for you as well. He'll be right here. You won't see him much of him, but you see him. He's there. Okay, back to what I was doing. If you have any questions for Porgal the Mind, let me know. I've actually got a shocking amount of like lore for pretty much all my Stitched characters. I write a lot of I do a lot of character work for the Stitched specifically, but also for everything I do. We love characters here. A friend of mine today told me that she said, Louis, I think you are a storyteller, and I think your medium for which to present your stories just happens to be crochet, but I think that you are a storyteller in your heart. And I was like, oh dude, that was so sweet. It was really nice. It was a really nice compliment, because I kind of agree. I think that, like, you know, these aren't just little characters that we're making. I mean, they are characters, but they're not just that. They've got stories to them. They've got lives and personalities and things like that, which is always kind of fun. Whoa, Patricia bringing in that crow lore. I love that. That's super cool, dude. Hold on, I'm going to read that out loud in just a second. Oop. Boom. Patricia says that their friend says the gray eyelids are called nictitating membranes, which or the third eyelid. Some fish and mammals have them too. They protect the eyes, but make them look like they are sleeping. Interesting. Wow. But they're not really sleeping? That is so interesting. Dude, crows are fascinating. I think I'm going to watch a nature documentary tonight. Maybe on crows, who knows? Or maybe on dinosaurs. There's a new dinosaur. Oh my gosh, I saw it the other day on Netflix. I think it's Netflix. There's a new documentary that's like the dinosaurs. So it's basically like kind of like a fake documentary using CGI to make dinosaurs, and like, you know, this is how dinosaurs lived and stuff. But they use a lot of science to explain weird behaviors that these dinosaurs do in the show. It's fascinating. Honestly, super duper highly recommended. Check out, there's the first one, I think, is narrated by David Attenborough, which is wild to me that David Attenborough would first off, that David Attenborough still does voiceover is like, what, dude? You're so old. That's awesome. Very cool. Anyhow, check out the dinosaurs. I think it's just called Dinosaurs, maybe. I'm not really sure. But I love the idea that this crow has his little third eyelids, and so he's not sleepy. What did Prisma say? He isn't sleepy. He's guarded. Yes, exactly. He's always watching Always watching. Always watching. The scum of the streets. What is a film? What is a noir? I want a noir story for these crows. Oh, dude, that's fascinating, Kaylin. Kaylin says that humans have the remains of those third eyelids, which is that pink thing in the inner corner of our eyes. That's interesting. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, it's fascinating, it is. That's straight up fascinating. Bring us more lore. More facts about life. I'm all ears. Hey, our friend from Zimbabwe is back, whose name who never told us her name. Welcome back. What is your name? I wanted to know what your name was, and I also wanted to know if you could teach us any. I don't know, what is the language called? Zimbabwean? I want to learn how to say hello. Teach me how to say hello. Also, teach us what your name is so that I don't just call you Reddit Stories, because that's your username. All right, 1, 2, 3. I think this is our last stitch for. I think I'm on round. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just finished round 6 of the Birb body, by the way. So if you're crocheting along with us, that's where we're at. But we'll keep on going here. That is wicked cool, dude. Isn't it funny how long do you think it would take you to know that I'm from California? Would it take like the first time I said dude? Because I was on a call yesterday with some people in England, and I said dude probably like 6 times in the call. And they were like when they were leaving, they're like, bye dude. And I thought it was funny because it's like, I don't know, British people saying dude sounds so funny to me. I love it though. Spread the dudes. Spread the dudes. That's not what I meant. But keep the word. I love the word dude. I think it is a great non-gendered word. Some people gender it, but I kind of wish they didn't. I wish it was more gender neutral. Which I think it is personally, but we're always down to learn biology facts on a crochet live stream. We're here. I feel like this channel is all about surprising you join for something and then you're like, wait a second, that's surprising. Like even our burbs, like the vibe of the birds. By the way, what I'm doing right now is I'm pulling our middle center through the top of our burb's head, and then I'm going to cut it and angle a little bit so that he's got this little tuft of feathers at the top of their head there, which I just like to do that. It's almost like a little signature. I do something similar with all my goblins. I sew on a little belly button, which you can't even see it, but here you can see it on Porgo the Mind here. See that little X? You can barely see it there. That's my signature on these characters to say, hey, Louis made that. So that one day when people are selling these for $500 bagillion. That's right. 500 bagillion. When that happens, they can be like, oh, this is definitely a Louis original because you can see the signature right here. I always thought that was kind of funny. Thank you, Cooper. Cooper gives dude the gender neutral seal of approval. I appreciate you, Coop. Yeah. I mean, I just think we need more gender neutral words in general. Like, it's nice. Like, I feel like folks. Folks is a good another one. Hey, folks. I guess fellas is like kind of close, but it is a little male centric there. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a dude on the internet. Okay, we're gonna come back to crocheting in just a second. Let's add our Birb's face now, which we probably should add eyelids onto the Birb as well. What do you think about that? I feel like that makes the most sense. To make like those under eyelids on the Birb. But let's go ahead. We'll sew on the beak first, and then we'll add the eyes, and we'll see if we can. Because I think the eyes are also going to get really hidden in the face because it's all crocheted in black. So it would probably help with like distinct, like showing off the eyes a little bit more if we add some eyelids to the Birb's eyes, in addition to the bird head eyes. There's a song called Bird Cowboy. Ooh, I need to hear that. That is gonna be searched right after this. Bird Cowboy. Okay, there's our bird beak sewn on. Beautiful. Burbiful. Let's add some more safety eyes on the underside of this eye. Ah. There we go. Just lost that. We gotta replenish. You replenish. Let's see if our friend from Zimbabwe. Oh no, they probably fell back asleep. That's okay. I want to learn Zimbabwean, or I don't know what the language is called there, but I want to learn some Zimbabwe words. Like, when do you ever get the opportunity to talk to someone from Zimbabwe? You know what I mean? It's cool. Especially the fact that, like, it's definitely late there, right? It's got to be, like, really late. That's just cool. That's just really cool. I never thought I'd have someone join from there. Okay, so there's our eyes on. And actually, they do kind of show up, but I think it'd be fun to add eyelids on that. What do you guys think? Any strong opinions in the chat? Ah, crushed my finger doing that one. There we go. Okay, so there's our inner eyes. Let's add some inner eyelids there because no one said otherwise yet. We'll just use our extra yarn for this. I don't think we need to add like tired eyes. I don't know. Let's see. Do we want to add it just under or just over it? Let's just start with over it. Like this. I don't know if this will work, but let's just try it. Something like this. All right, let's take a look. What do we think about this? Ready? Does that look right? Does he look tired? Looks kind of a little angry. I could double it up, or we could add like another strand to the bottom right here. Let's see what that would look like if I went out through right. The hard part's going to be like replicating this on the other one is going to be pretty difficult, but maybe we can do it. Let's see. And we go over like that. No, I don't think I like the under eyelid part. It makes it look a little too like real, which is kind of creepy. So I'm going to undo the under eyelid. But I think I'm pro over eyelid. I don't know. What do you guys think? I would love to learn Finnish. And Russian. Yes, please teach me both of those. But also let me know what you think about the eyelid, if we should keep it or not. I think we're going to keep it. I'm going to keep it until someone tells me not to. And then I'll rethink everything that I've ever thought in my whole life. Da, I want to learn Russian. You're half Finnish, Kaylin? That's crazy. Which half? Mom's side or dad's side? Top half or bottom half? Left side or right side? I'm half Italian. But I don't know any Italian. Well, I know, like, basic Italian. But I don't know. I really don't, you know? I know the word gumisigam, because my grandma used to say that all the time. Pass over the gumisigam. Which I don't even think is a real Italian word, but basically it means thingamabob. And then I know some curse words in Italian. Again, from my grandma. Here we go. Ready? Second eyelid. Nice. Does that match? Yeah, it matches pretty good. Tighten it a little bit. Kind of looks like he's got a question. Actually, I love that. Kind of looks like he's like, yes, I like it. We're going to keep it. Your dad's from Finland? Cool. That's cool. My mom is the Italian one. My dad's a mutt. He's a little bit of everything. Very small amount of Inuit, some Native American, and a bunch of just mixed white. A very formal greeting in Finnish is strasvutia. Strasvutia? Oh no, that's Russian. That makes sense because it sounds like Russian. Strasvutia. Strasvutie. Don't make me say anything I shouldn't be saying on these live streams, by the way. What? Am I saying that right, or am I butchering the heck out of it? You might need to make it even more phonetic. I don't know. Okay. Hold on. I need to pull up the pattern here. Down to 18 stitches is next. Okay. Okay, wait. There's our head. By the way, the head will go on that. Look at that. Pop, pop. It'll pop right on there. And we got our underside head. Looking cute. Okay, Kaylin says, this is Finnish. To say hi, you can say, hi, hi. Pronounce hey, hey. Oh, hey, hey. Or, moi, moi. Moi, moi. Moi moi almost sounds like it's from a like the Caribbean or something. Moi moi. Or Hawaiian or something. Moi moi. Moi moi. Ooh, teach us more words. I want to know more Finnish and Russian. I know a little bit of Japanese and a little bit of French. I know that if you answer the phone in Japanese, you want to say mushi mushi, which means like hello. You can say minna olen. Minna olen Louis. Like that. Is Finnish the one that's got that kind of accent? Like do 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 do. Like it goes up and down? Or am I thinking like of the Swedish Chef? Although I think that like Swedish people now like basically don't even have accents. I feel like it's like that like stereotypical Swedish accent isn't even real. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Today, Jules made these really good egg little thingies, and I went in to say thank you, and I said it in Japanese. I said, anata no tamago ga totemo oishii desu. Arigatou gozaimasu. I was like, dang, I remembered how to say that, which was like, the eggs you made are very delicious. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna come back to finish this up in just a second. But first we want to sew on our little bits and bops. So we want to start with the wings. Wing, 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 telephone. Okay, so the first wing, we're gonna go like here. Yeah, right there is probably good. Boop. Nice, and then just like 2 stitches over. And then normally I kind of like try to attach this a little bit more thoroughly, but I think if we can just double knot this pretty tight, we'll be all right. Boom, and boom. Double knotted. Let's see how that wing turned out. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice. All right, so there's one wing. Pretty easy to attach. Let's see if we can get the other one in a similar location. So just under the eye, a little bit outside would be right like there. Oh, that's a little inside, huh? Let's go over here more. Maybe it's too far outside though. One there. Yeah, we'll go right here. The Finnish accent is very specific. A lot of people have a hard time copying it. Oh, interesting. Привет. That's a greeting between friends. Привет. Am I saying these right? Привет. Oh, привет. Okay, 1, 2. No. Ugh. There we go. All right. We'll just double knot these on the inside. Oh, Jimbo's meowing. By the way, Jimbo's doing a lot better. We're still like unsure what's wrong with him, and we're still like keeping a super strong eye on him. But he did get steroids recently. For those who want an update, basically, my cat's been really sick with something, but we don't really know what it is. We think it has to do with his GI tract. That he's got like kind of poopy problems. But the issue is it's really hard to tell, and they want to do like a biopsy to make sure he doesn't have cancer and stuff, but we can't do a biopsy if we're not checking his heart. It's like a whole thing. So we're going with steroids right now, and they have been making him feel much better, which is kind of the norm with steroids. They make the cats feel better. He kind of solved a lot of his symptoms. So hopefully his body can just like fight off whatever this is, or it might just be like a life thing. We need to just keep a close eye on his the food that he eats and when he goes to the bathroom. So I actually got like a funny thing. A friend of mine was like, well, are you having a hard time telling which one of your cats goes to the bathroom? I said, yes. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult because my cat Jimbo and my cat Phoebe use the same litter box, even though we have 2 different litter boxes and blah, blah, blah. So it's always hard to tell which one went without watching them. So I got this silly thing. It's a, what is it? It's like a scale, like a weight scale, but you put it under the litter box, and then it will keep track of which cat uses the bathroom when, what bathroom they went, and how much was there, and if they're like if they're showing signs of dehydration and stuff. Seems wild. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but honestly, just for the peace of mind, it was totally worth it. It wasn't that expensive also. I thought it was gonna be like $500 or something stupid like that, but it wasn't that bad. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And obviously, I will keep you updated next week. But yeah, he was having a real hard time. He didn't go to the bathroom for like a week. Like it was bad. It was scary. So we had to take him into the emergency room and stuff, and it's no fun. It's just difficult. My little buddy. He's only 9.5 too, so he's not even that old. Pretty. But you know, it's just always worrisome when you have a cat that's not feeling hot. All right. Keep on hooking on. We're going to go into this row. This one here. Okay. We're almost done with the main part of our pattern, by the way. After this is just the fun part. We're gonna make, and you know, we'll probably be going today till 6 p.m. So that'll give us enough time to make a magnifying glass and hopefully a magnifying glass and a hat. Oh, we need a vote on the hat. Here, we'll get back to the feet in just a moment. Let's get that vote going for which kind of hat to make. Anybody got any suggestions for the third hat? Or sorry, the fourth hat? Not sure if there were any other ideas there. Mitakulu. Mitakulu. I don't know if I said that right. Apparently that means, how are you? That's cool. Mitakulu. All right. What kind of hat should our crow have? So we got a, what was it called? Not deer skin. Deer stalker. Deer stalker. I'm gonna even put in parentheses. I'm gonna put Sherlock. Fedora, which is gonna be low key, my vote. Bowler cap. And any other suggestions? No, it looks like we're good. Yeah. You know, I'll add... Nah, I was going to add none, but we don't need a nun. Not a nun, but like a nun. A nun hat, yeah. Yeah, they're under detective as a nun. All right. So there's your votes. I personally... It won't let me vote. But I want to vote Fedora. Oh well. I don't know how I'm going to make the Deerstalker one if that one gets votes, but that's okay. I can figure it out. I can do it. I believe in myself. My problem that I'm foreseeing with the Deerstalker one is making it big enough to, like, fit on the head and not look kind of weird. But we'll see. We'll see what we can make. And while I'm waiting for votes there, I think we'll make the magnifying glass first because I'm pretty confident that's what I want to add to them, and that's going to take a little bit of time to like dry. So we can make that and then switch over to the other the hat after we make that. All right, there's our feet. Okay, we got feet and one more round of the body, and then we can sew it closed and get working on our extra details. So here we want to just decrease in each stitch. Okay. Actually, before I go much further, I'm going to stuff it up a little bit too right now. Save ourselves some effort after this round. Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll go ahead and stuff it with these extra bits and bops. That's the technical term for it. The bits and bops. And then the last bit of stuffing we'll add after this round. Shloop. Okay. Ah. Nice. Last one. Okay. Bloop. Add a little bit of stuffing, and then our magnets. We need to add those too. Can't forget about them. Use this little back of a wooden crochet hook that I used. I use this for pictures, like if I want a little character holding a crochet hook, but it actually makes a really good stuffing stick too. Okay, is that enough stuffing? Maybe a little bit. Nah, it's fine. Because the head's going to get squished in, which will put... we'll add a little bit more. I'm so wishy-washy. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Oi, oi, oi. Alright, that's probably fine. We'll stuff the bottom with these magnets. Again, super strong neodymium magnets. Perfect for making your Birbs perch on metal objects. And then we'll sew it on. Or sew it closed. Okay, there's one. We'll start here. Oops. Okay. 6. Let's close it up. All right, so there is the tail and body sewn closed. Let's get his wings down a little bit. And then let's add his little Birb head. Ready? Oh, wow, that fits really, really well. Like, perfect. Oh, my gosh. I actually think maybe we could stuff the head a little bit. So I just a little bit of stuffing in this. Which we might have to end up taking out when we sew on our hat, but for now, I think this is good. Put that in there. Nice. Okay. What kind of hat am I making here? Oh, the vote is close. And also, man, I wish I got a vote. But I don't. That's okay. All right. It's gone even further into the deerstalk category when that's all right. Deerstalk hat it is. Deerstalker, which is, like a detective Sherlocky hat. So we need to do some Googling. Maybe I should have left that up longer while we made our... You have questions on where I get those magnets from. Oh, wait. I can answer that for you, Isaiah. 1 second. We need wire. I need wire, and I need... Ah, perfect. We're going to use this extra wire that I had for something. So we're going to use this. We need something plastic. This is perfect. We're going to be very careful to not accidentally drop all of those like that. That would be bad. We're going to need this plastic. We need hot glue. Okay. Hot glue gun, which we'll put on... I'll just put it right over here. You won't see it, but there's a hot glue gun right here. And let's make a magnifying glass real quick. So this is how I'm gonna do this. We're gonna need our wire cutters too. So I'll grab those as well. Okay. So here's how I make a magnifying glass for those curious. Step one is we make a little circle around something. This is going to be the size of the magnifying glass. We're going to go like this much. Ouch. There we go. That much. And we're going to go around it a couple of times here. What we're basically trying to do is we're making like the base of the magnifying glass. So we're going to go, let's go 3 times to give it like a pretty decent thickness. This might be a little bit big for our magnifying glass, but it'll probably work fine. Further, a little bit further. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Take that off. Yeah, it's like a bit big, but I think it'll work. Okay, so we start by making it wiry, the wire like that, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this for that, and we're gonna basically like wind these together. So I'm gonna start to just like spin it first. Actually, I don't even think I need my cutters for this part. It's probably pretty good. I don't think that's gonna need to be much bigger than that, you know? That's pretty good. We'll cut those. Just want to cut these ends. 1 and 2. Kind of push these 2 ends together. Now normally I'd probably try to like hide these ends a little bit more, but we're gonna kind of shove these into the body. So as long as I can keep it pointed, we won't see the end of that. Okay, so that makes the base of this. And then this is what we do. We place it down on a plastic surface like this. Or maybe like that. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're gonna take our hot glue gun here. And this is the moment of truth. We're gonna fill this with hot glue. You wanna try to get out the bubbles too if you can. We need like a little stick or something to pop this bubble. In fact, we're just gonna kind of like wibble it like that. And we do want it to like solidify flat if we can. Maybe like this. Oh, that might have made it way worse. Oh, no. Hold on. We need it to set flat. Oh, no. No. There you go. Whew. Almost got hot glue everywhere. That would have been bad. Okay, let's see. I guess it's kind of flattening pretty well. Little ends up. All right, nice. So now this should dry pretty well. So we're just gonna set this to the side so that it can dry fully, and then we can probably just peel it off of there. Usually I can just peel it off. All right, now we're gonna put this hot glue gun off to the side to let it dry itself. Oh, crumbs. I just spilled some coffee. 1 second. It wasn't a lot. Okay. Deal with that later. All right, so we've got our magnifying glass drying in the corner. Oh, we have a question. Completely not related to this video. You just happen to see us online when coming to the channel. Huge help to starting your journey. Oh, dude. You rock, Jesse. Thank you so much for the kind words. That's really sweet of you. Thank you, dude. Jesse, what kind of hat do you think we should make? Did you vote? Oh, wait, we already voted. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Jesse. We're making a deerstalker hat anyhow. Now, I really want to have like a... I really think it'd make more sense here if I could do a thinner... Let's see. Let's look up deerstalker hats real quick. Okay, so they kind of got like 4 little bips, and then 2 of them go up, and then the other 2 go out. Okay, so we need like a beige. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think Jules might have the yarn that we need here. Let me go see if Jules is willing to part with some yarn. Hey, darling. Could you part with some yarn that would be like deerstalker? Okay, I found some options. These I think will work. Yeah, she's right. She was like, these are pretty gray, or you don't want more of a brown. Yeah, she's right. This one actually could work though, so I might use that one. She's looking through to find some other scraps for us. I used to have like a fuzzy, thin. I see she's the one with all the thin yarns. We're gonna start with this one and see how it works. So we're using a smaller crochet hook for this. How's this, by the way? Yeah, it's still a little tacky. We're gonna use a smaller crochet hook for this part, and I'm just gonna be crocheting it with a smaller hook and with smaller yarn. So I'm just gonna be a little bit more gentle as I crochet this. I don't think this is necessarily a bad color for what we're looking for, but it'll at least get us started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then we're gonna increase it up to 12. I'm definitely just freestyling this, by the way. But of course I can explain how I'm doing it as I go. So I'm increasing in each stitch for round 2 here up to 12 stitches around. Oh, hey, we need suggestions, name suggestions. Let me go ahead and put those in the... I will give you your last chance. If you got any suggestions for names, speak now or forever hold your peace. And I will throw those into a vote in just a minute or 2. And we can name our crow with those names. Let's see what you got.
So this is maybe a little too blue-gray. It's a little plain. This one's more variegated. And then this is straight up brown, if you change your mind and want brown. And this one's also a little variegated.
Like, look at the pictures there. That's why I was like kind of thinking that more of like a yellowy, more like this. Because then it'll show up more on the black too. Like, I don't think this is bad, right?
No, it's not bad.
Especially if I use like a darker, like a...
Could you alternate like between the yellow and this
I
one?
don't have the...
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Well, have fun.
Thank you. I think we're gonna stick with this yellowish one, and then we'll use this brown as like the little bits that are tying it up. How do I say that? Croaston? Croaston. I'm Croston. My name is Croston. It's a pleasure to be acquainted with you. All right. Is this going to be big enough for the diameter of our hat? We'll find out in a second. Two, three. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like yarmulke sized right now. Let's go up one more time to 20. Well, maybe. I'm going to go up to 24 stitches, but I'm wondering if I should go a little bit more subtly. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to subtly grow it up. So we're going to do up by 7s first. Okay, so by the way, the pattern for this, for anybody watching this afterwards or watching this live and they want to make their own deerstalker hat, it was single crochet 6 times into the magic loop for round 1. For round 2, I increased up to 12 by doing an increase into each stitch around. For round 3, we increased up to 18 by doing 1 single crochet, 1 increase 3 times around, bringing up from 12 to 18. For round 4, which I am currently on, we're increasing up to 21 stitches by doing 5 single crochets and then 1 increase, repeated 3 times around to go up to 21 stitches, which we're going to check right now if that's big enough. No, I think we want it to be that one. Actually, you know what? That does kind of work. And then we would just do a single crochets in the next round. Maybe for 2 rounds. Let's go. Yeah, because it's going to have an extra thickness on it once we add the little flaps too. So let's go and do... Do I want to do the flaps or not like this? So here's my dilemma right now. I want to get it divisible by 4. And the reason I want it divisible by 4 is so that they can they evenly, displace with each other. Okay, we're going to increase it up one more time then. So this is going to be round 5, I believe. And round 5 is going to be 6 single crochets. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 5, 6 single crochets and then an increase, and we'll repeat that 3 times around, and that's going to bring us up to 24 stitches around, which is divisible by 4, which was the plan. 6 and then 7, 8, and then we'll do another round of single crochets after this. I think we're going to look just to make sure that'll work, and then after that we should have it long enough so that we can start making the brims. There's 4 of them. Okay, was that the last stitch? No. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Increase. Yeah. Okay. So that was the last stitch for that round. Okay, it's maybe a little bit big there. But we need it to be kind of like arched back on the back of his head a little bit more anyhow. So I think it'll work. right, we're just gonna do 1 round of single crochets now. Oh yes, the magnets, you can get them on Amazon, they're on eBay, they're on different websites too. You're looking for neodymium magnets. The specific sizes that I use are 12 millimeter by 2 millimeter, and then I stack 3 of them on top of each other. I just found that's like the most easily affordable and easy to like kind of increase. So like if you wanted more magnets in there, it's really easy to just add one more little one. You know, rather than getting like, because you could get like 12 millimeter by 6 millimeter, which would be the exact size that I'm using. But then if you want it to be any stronger, you'd have to use a whole nother one of those giant magnets rather than just a little tiny one. Okay, so that is going to be the base, I think, of our hat. Nice. And now we can start doing our brim. I don't think it needs to be any longer than that, because we still want it to fit on the head. Okay, so wish me luck here. I don't know how this is going to work, but this is the plan. We're going to work in the front loops only, I believe. And we're going to do... I'm wondering if I should do slip stitch in the first. Yeah, let's do slip stitch 1, and then we'll do single crochet 1, and then we'll do half double crochet 1. We want this divisible by 4, so we want to do, if we have 24 stitches around, that's going to be 6 stitches. So 1 slip, half, and then go back down. Half double, single slip, I think would be it. Like that. And then, because if we do that 3 times, and then it'll start going up on the side. Yeah. Or sorry, 4 times. I think that's enough, right? Slip, single, half, half, single, slip. So single, half, single, slip, single, half, single, slip, single, half, single, slip. Yes. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that all the way around. Front loops only, slip stitch for the first, then single crochet, then 2 half double crochets in a row, then a single crochet, then a slip stitch right here. All right. Yeah, and then we're just gonna kind of like increase that up each round to make it taller and taller and taller. And then the ones in the front will just kind of like naturally fold forward like that. And the ones on the side will hopefully naturally fold up, and then we'll tie them at the top, and it'll look like one of those little hats. That's the hope. That's the pray. That's the yes. All right, let's do a vote real quick though. So we want to name, oopsies, I did Q&A. That's not what we want. We want to name our crow. So I love that one. And then I think we need one more. Hold on. Didn't I write some down? I did write some down. Okay, yeah, that's the last one. Got it. Okay, all great name suggestions here. We've got, they're all crow themed, cause duh. We've got Crowley after Crowley, Crowlock after Colock, I think Colock, Crowjack after Kojak, and Columbo after Columbo. Honestly, they're all great. I have no beak in this race. So go ahead and vote now. And while you're doing that, we're going to finish this hat up by doing this repeat again. Double halves, 1 and 2. Single here. Slip stitch here. And then do it again. Slip stitch 1. Single crochet. Half double twice. Yeah, okay, we're good. Single and then a slip stitch. All right, now the next round up. So we want 2 of these going up, probably these 2 side ones here, and these other 2 going down like that. Nice. Okay, so now we just want to make these bigger. So we're gonna do, I'll work in both loops of them now, and we're gonna do, you know, maybe do yeah, okay, wait, I got an idea. Single in that first one. Will this increase too much though? And let's find out. Single in the first 2, and then half double in the next 2. Is that gonna be enough? And then single 2. And then in between each of these rows, I think I might slip stitch 2. So that would go up like this and down like that. Okay, yeah, that might work. And then in between these rows, I'm gonna do 1 slip stitch into the row above, right here, so that it makes a clearer division between the 2 rows. And then we're gonna keep it going on. Or sorry, 2 brims. So then single, single, half double, single, single, and then slip stitch in the round above like this. And then keep on keeping on. Oops, this one doesn't want to work with this. Okay. See, it's making kind of like this weird little petal look. The idea is this half will go up, this part will go down. And then we're gonna do at least 1 more row here. I think I might even do double crochets on the side ones, just so that they really get up there, because they're kind of shrinking a little too much. Let's see, single, single. Half. And slip stitch up here. There we go. By the way, here's our, sorry, I have to keep that crow in the camera. Half, single, single, and then the slip stitch above. Boom. Okay, and then this row would definitely go up like that. That one would go up. This one would go down like this. This one would go down like that. Let's see it on his head so far. These hats are so weird. That. Hey, you know what? Actually, that's not looking too bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. And I think them having these sides like go up, it kind of looks like a, like a safari hat right now or something. So I go out like this. All right, I think we're kind of almost there. I think we just need to get up really high now on these sides and then less so on the fronts and back. So that's our trick. How are we gonna do that? Oop, let's get that tighter. Nice. All right, so for the front, I think we're just gonna do the same round for the front. So it's single, single, half, half. Actually, maybe you just do singles. What do you think? Now we'll stick with that. Single, single, half, half, single, single. And then we're gonna slip stitch in the same spot as the last round to really kind of like pull that in. And then for this side, now we're gonna make this really tall. So we want single for the first, and then we'll go half double, and then we're gonna do double, 2 doubles. And we'll just do, yeah, we'll do double crochet, see how that looks. Yeah. And then we'll go down to half double and then single crochet. And then we're gonna slip stitch in that top one. Boom. Okay, so that should pull this one up really high. This one we're gonna need to force it down like that. I think we're gonna need one more row after this, at least for these side hats. I might actually, yeah, I think we're gonna need one more row for the side ones. Okay, let's do this side again. Single, half, oh sorry, single, half. Okay, then half double again, and then single, slip stitch in that top row. All right, and then the next side here, again, that was for the side parts, it was single, then half double, and 2 doubles, and then back down. Yeah, okay, half double, double, half, and a single right here. All right, so that's another row done. Let's see how it looks. These sides go down, these sides go up. We're almost covering it. We want to get all the way to the top if we can on the sides, so that these go really high up there. And these ones, this part we're gonna have to like force it down like that. So that's the front. Those are the sides. It would get sewn on right like this, you know? We're gonna probably stretch the hat out too to help it cover the head. It is kind of looking the right way though, right? Or is that just me? I think it is actually kind of looking how we want it to. We just need these 2 sides to get a little bit higher up, and then we can double knot them. Yeah, actually I think this is kind of looking right. All right, let's keep going. And then the magnifying glass is really gonna send it home, you know, like really make it look right. So I think for this round, I don't think I really want the front or the back to be much bigger than this. So I actually might just slip stitch it, which will maybe keep it downwards too. I'm hoping kinda, actually it might pull it up, I don't know. But we're gonna slip stitch it down like that. And I'm even gonna slip stitch. Oh yeah, we'll slip stitch in that center part. That. Yeah, that kind of keeps it down a little bit more. And then when it comes to the side ones, we're gonna get really tall now. So we're gonna actually start, I'm gonna chain one and then do a half double to start us off, and then do a double. I might even do triples in the center, because we really want this to cover all the way up to the top of the head, or top of the hat rather. Yeah, we're gonna do triples now. 1, 2, 3, another one of those. 1, 3, double, and then half, and then a slip stitch into the base. Let's see how that's going. Okay, so this would go all the way up. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, that totally gets all the way to the top too. Ah. Okay. It just kind of curl in a little bit, but that's okay. You know, it kind of gives it texture too. The triple crochets kind of give a little texture that we didn't have before. I think that looks pretty good. And then obviously this side goes down and this side goes down. But yeah, I think once we knot it up there, I think it's gonna look right. Crazy. Isn't that crazy when a thing comes together and it works out? Wild. Wild even. Okay, almost done, guys. We also want to give him a toothpick or lollipop or whatever we want to do there. So we can't forget about that. So this row is just slip stitches. Oops. Okay. All right, chain one. And then we're going to do the other side here. Starting with a half double, and then it was a double, and then 2 triples. Oopsies, 2 triples. 1, 2, 2, 3, double. This is our last one, and then a half double. And then we'll chain and slip stitch into the same stitch here. And let's see what we got. I won't cut it just yet, just in case. But this part goes up like that. This part goes up like this. We'll knot them together a little bit in the center there, which will naturally keep the bottom part out. And hopefully this part as well, like that. It's still a little lower than I was hoping, to be honest. It's not that bad though. I can really get these 2 sides up. So they knot together like that. It might just be kind of complicated for us to sew this onto the head, but honestly, it's not bad. Actually, it does kind of give detective look, right? I do think, see, I think like if these 2 were just a little bit taller, I think it'd be good. Do we go back and cover it up a little bit more? Or do we just knot these like that? Because the thing would be, this would go in. Let's just see how this will look. This here. Yeah, okay, so it's actually pretty easy to knot together. So this part just goes into the 2 top parts like this. You can, there we go. And over to the other side. And then they just get like looped, like a knot, but not a knot. Let's see how it looks. I can undo this always. Knot that together like that. I might need to double knot it. Actually, yeah, let's just double knot it just to be safe. And then we'll make our loop, or like our regular thing closed. And then you make a loopy. But then we pull these a little looser or tighter. Kind of shrink it in. Shrinky dinky. And then really tight though. Like that. I'm gonna cut these, even though I think I probably shouldn't, because I'm afraid this is gonna come undone, but that's okay. Right, and then this goes like this. Hey, come on, that looks pretty good. Especially if I can keep this part down a little bit. And I think we'll just like tack this on, basically. Like we'll sew it on, but it'll be a little like looser of a sew. Does that look right? What do you guys think? Does that look like a detective hat to you? You know what's gonna help? This will help. Ready? So you peel this off. Like that. And there's our little magnifying glass. Throw that into the arm. And now he's looking pretty detective-y. I don't know about the tie. I don't know if we should add a tie or not. I definitely want to add a little toothpick though. Let's go ahead and grab a toothpick real quick. We'll do yellow. And I'm gonna cut it shorter, like this short. And then I'm also gonna like kind of split the end so it looks like he's been chewing on it for a little while. Like that. See, so now it almost looks like a piece of straw. And then we'll just toss that here. This into here. I mean, we got to still attach the hat, so you know, let's just do that real quick. We're gonna put these to the side. I'm getting ahead of schedule. Let's go ahead and attach the hat. Like I said, I'm just gonna basically like tack this on. I'm not gonna like, it's not gonna be too strongly sewn on. The hat turns out, oh great, I'm so glad you guys said that. Because I was like, oh, I hope they don't hate the hat. This is what it looks like, by the way. Yeah, I think it does look pretty good. Yeah, I think it kind of works. Okay, so this part's gonna get sewn into kind of near the back of the head. So we want this like here. So this part will go like right here. Actually, I'm gonna take the head off to help us sew this in, and I'm going to take the stuffing out too. We'll add those back in, and this will go on the back of the head like right here, and it'll give us something to knot to. Cannot. And then we're going to use this end to kind of tack the little stitches in there where they're supposed to go. So we'll go start like this. You know, we're still sewing it together. We're just kind of like loosely sewing it together. We don't need to get too crazy with it. So we're gonna go into the stitches and then into the body. Come out somewhere back here. That. Nice. We're gonna do something else that's special today. I have an idea for something I wanted to do. I meant to do this last live stream too, but we're gonna get a picture of this guy today, and you guys are gonna help me choose like the backdrop and stuff. I think that would be kind of fun. Okay. This actually should have been one. Yeah, we should have actually done this a little further. Hold on. Stitch instead. Almost done. Oop. Out through like right here. Okay. Boom. Come up through like the side. Nice. Oh, I love this. This is gonna look great. I don't even think we need to tack on any more. I think that's good, and then we could just double knot to the other yellow. Let's see. Boom. And if we knotted this together, is that where we want the hat? I mean, yeah, I think it looks like one of those hats. Especially with the little loop there. Right? I think it looks like a detective. I do wish we had a little bit better of like maybe color of yarn, like a variegated would have been better, but I'm gonna say it's not that bad. All things considered, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, let's double knot these and finish up our crow, and we'll choose our, so get your votes in. Did I get the vote going? Did I forget to get the vote going? No, I did. Okay, good. Okay. Cut close. Make sure nothing got pulled in a weird way. Cool, it didn't. That's great. All right, guys. Moment of truth. Let's add our stuffing back into the head. Let's get, hey guys, again, if you haven't yet, give this video a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. All that fun stuff. Okay, so there's the head. Put it onto the bird body. Perfect. Let's throw in his little toothpick here. Like that. And then give him his magnifying glass. We're going to put it on his left or his right wing so that it's opposite the toothpick. That's the goal there. And I just want to make sure this goes into all of the stitches here, so I'm just going to kind of like make some space here. There we go. All right. What a little detective. Come on, tell me I didn't make a detective. That was, you gotta be kidding me, man. You know, I go last night, I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna make tomorrow, but I trust the chat. I trust they're gonna choose the right things, and you know what? I was right. I was right. It's right to trust you. Okay. Oh my gosh. So what did we name our little crow? Vote is ending in 3, 2, 1. Crowley. Crowley. Oh my gosh, Crowley. What was Crowley's first name? It's from Sherlock, right? Sherlock. It's Crowley. Alistair. I think it's Alistair Crowley, right? Is like Crowley's name? Okay, I think that's good. Oh, he looks so good, dude. Okay. Last looks here. Oh, beautiful, beautifully done. Love him. Oh my gosh, he's great. Crowley, Crowley. You're beautiful. And we're gonna have you sitting right across from my desk like all the time. And of course, he is a Birb. Of course, we got a Birb on our hands. Look at that cool or whatever magnifying glass too. So cool. All right, guys. I think that's pretty great. I don't know. Do you think I'm missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. I think it's perfect. Let's put him right here. Another great Birb to add to our collection. Ugh, I love him. He is going to discover all of the secrets of the Birbs. Wow, love it. All right, team. Well, thank you so much for joining me on today's live stream. Again, we will be live next. We'll be live again next Friday. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same place. We are going to be crocheting a new Bonimal for our friend's new book. Again, go check this out. We Became Wild. It's out available now for pre-order. So go check it out on the on Amazon or like anywhere that you look for books. So look for We Became Wild. We are going to be crocheting a character for this, and we're also going to be doing a fundraiser next week. So this is for friend of Club Crochet, Heather, who is actually the person that writes all of our emails. So we're going to be making something from this next week. I got to read a little bit more of it. But yeah, go check this book out, and we'll be crocheting something as a fundraiser, as a live stream new pattern next week. Yes, Isaiah, I get those magnets. I think I said it a couple times. I get them from either Amazon or eBay or through like different random magnet websites. But either one of those are going to be the right ones for you. Again, that's going to be, the magnets are going to be 12 millimeter by 2 millimeter, and you can get them in packets of 100. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, thanks for the great live stream. Let's get a coo from everybody in the live stream real quick as a goodbye, everybody. Church of Perch represent. Ready? Beautiful. Beautifully done. I could hear. I knew all you guys were doing that too. Definitely. Yes, neodymium magnets. That is the correct term. All right, everybody. Pasta la pizza. I'll see you next Friday. Happy hooking. And yeah, thanks so much for joining. I'll see you guys around. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Oh, Prisma! Thank you so much, Prisma. As a last thank you to you. Hold on. Here. This is I think it's called a kipa? A kippy? It's a New Zealand bird. It's a one of a kind. I made this in New Zealand. We went to go find these. They're a bird that like it walks on the ground. They're really cute. But this is for you, Prisma. We're gonna add this to the background, so it'll always be in the live stream for you. Thank you so much for the support, Prisma. I really appreciate that, especially at the very end. That's really nice of you. All right, everybody. Pasta la pizza. Happy hooking. And again, I'll see you next week. Bye. Oh my gosh, stop. No, you hang up first. Oh my gosh. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. This is my California accent. No, dude, you hang up first. So dumb. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks again for watching. Bye.